Ms. Gamble, you are a patient care assistant and you're suing your former client, Miss Mans, for $5,000 for lost wages, plus some for a utility bill that you say you paid on her behalf. Now, the two of you used to be friends. The problem arose when you, Miss Gamble, moved in with Miss Mann. That's where each of you accuses the other to be an absolute nightmare to live with. Now, you, Miss Gamble, believe that Miss Mans called your agency and got you fired, and that's why you're suing for the lost wages. Miss Mans, you say, I didn't get her fired. I didn't call her agency. In fact, you claim that she still owes you for rent, for items that she stole from you, and for emotional distress and punitive damages. So you were suing her for $5,000. Now, Miss Gamble, why don't you tell us, how did you two meet?
We met actually through a care agency that I worked for in 2018. I was her aide then. I've been doing CA work for over 20 years. It's not a job for me, it's a career. You know, I love what I do. Every client that I've worked with has always requested me back because I go above.
Okay, I'm asking about your relationship with Miss Mans. Miss Mans, is that how your relationship began? Her working for you as a patient care assistant?
Yes.
And what did that involve? What was she doing?
She would come to my house. I'd be upstairs in the bed. She would bring me food. But the things that impressed me with her was that, like, she would hang pictures and organize things for me.
But the relationship stopped at some point before you moved in, right, Miss Gamble?
Yes. The first time I worked for her, it was because she had ran up on me. So I asked to be removed from her case. They removed me from her case.
Miss Mans, is there a better story to that?
Okay, so on this particular day, we were texting each other. She said that she didn't feel good, but she didn't want to lose the wages or whatever. So she came on in. So I told her to go home, and she left and just never came back. I called the company. They said she didn't work there anymore.
Well, what led Miss Gamble to you moving in with her?
I explained to her my living situation. She told me I could come and stay with her temporarily until I find something.
You were pretty desperate at that point to find a place to live?
Yes, I was, but
She helped you out there?
yes.
And Miss Mans, what was your understanding as to any rent that you would require from her?
Honestly, I just told her to come and stay. But when she came with her boyfriend and I recognized that he worked a 40-hour-a-week job, I asked him for 100 a week. And this is just me, but I don't feel comfortable taking care of a grown man.
She knew that it was me and him together. You know, relationships have their issues. Whenever we would have a disagreement, she'll sit there and I would tell him, you know, just go ahead, you can leave. She told me, don't put him out. Tell him to sleep downstairs on the chair.
They fought on a regular basis. And he's never hit her as far as I know, but she will pummel all over him. And so she put him out numerous times. Get out, get out, get out. He actually came to me and said, I don't feel comfortable giving you money for rent because she keeps putting me out. At that point, I said to her, the man is, you know, he's paying, just let him lay on the couch.
Could you step up for a second, sir? What is your name?
Gregory.
Greg. So was there any understanding that you knew about rent?
Yes.
Okay, and what was that?
About $4 a month.
$400 a month.
It wasn't a good.
And that,
It was.
I think he's nervous because
Yeah, you know,
we didn't
hold
agree
on.
on 400 a month. When I asked her how much she wanted for rent, she said she didn't
no,
know.
hold on. That's why I was asking him,
Oh, okay. I'm
right?
sorry.
Him, not you. So Miss Mans, when they first moved in, she was not working as your care assistant
all.
at that time. Did there come a time when you actually proposed that she start working for you again?
Oh, yes, I had suggested that she applied to the home care agency, and she followed back with me that they had passed on her. But what I did was I called HCR, and I says, this is the aide that I've had from the past. She does great work, and I'm going to change agencies if you don't hire her. So they rethunk it, and they hired her.
Now, what was your understanding as to what you were to do as a care assistant for her at that time?
Well, as a care assistant, basically the job duties is to do mild housework, mild cooking, mild cleaning. But I go above and beyond. I do extra. It helps the time go by.
Judge Chawanna.
All right, so what were you doing exactly in the home? Because clearly you're saying you took on more than what you
Yes.
were expecting.
So when I moved in with her, her house wasn't even unpacked yet. I unpacked her whole living room, made it look like a home, made it to where she started even having company. And she said it was like that for like 6 months. She had ACs in the living room. I did all this by myself.